So we are here in Dublin, and we have been on our house hunting trip for 4 days. We have not seen the sun.
No, we have
It
not. This is
rained,
about as sunny as it's been.
has rained a little bit every day, but despite that, we've been busy.
Very busy. We worked with a really great agent to show us a lot of different properties. We also got to meet some new friends, friends of friends that live here in Dublin. We also got to stop by my office and meet the team. So that was very exciting. So yeah, it's been busy. Oh, I got an Irish phone number as well. So a packed few days, but we're here to tell you a bit more about some of the places we saw and what we selected.
Yeah, so we got in Monday morning, and our real estate agent thought we were getting in on Sunday and was giving us a day to rest up for the big showings on Monday. Little did she know we actually got in on Monday. So we
We
got to the hotel, had about an hour to
yeah.
get ourselves somewhat cognizant of what was going to be happening after the long flight. And we saw a bunch of places on day one.
Yeah. And of course, for anyone who's not familiar, it's an overnight flight. It was about 6.5 hours, I think, of the overnight flight portion. So, needless to say, maybe we got an hour of sleep, but we hit the ground running.
Yep. That said, we saw a lot of stuff on day one. First place we went was very close to Jen's work, which was
Oh yeah.
right on the Liffey, which is the main river that cuts in from the Irish Sea into Dublin. Um, Very nice place.
Yeah, yeah, very modern, had a lot of nice amenities. However, it was really small. I think it seemed more appropriate for someone maybe in college, just starting out, as very small rooms and yeah. So unfortunately, that wasn't a great fit.
So we elected not to go there. One of the things we found is the washer dryer situation in Ireland
Mm.
is vastly different. They do their washing and their drying in the same machine.
And it's a small machine compared to what you would see in a home in the U.S. For example, I'm trying to think how to compare it. Maybe more the size of a large microwave. What we're used to for a microwave. Their microwaves are also much smaller here. So just some things to adjust to.
Yep. Well, some of the places we saw were older.
Yeah. Yeah. We saw some historic things, which is really interesting. I think, especially historically, people maybe were smaller. And for those that have only seen us on a video format, we're very tall people.
I'm 6'5", she's 5'11",
5'11",
so
and a lot of our family that we would be thinking to come visit are also even taller. So yeah, it was fun to watch Bob hit his head multiple times and see things like uh, uh, showers that were sort of a tube or sinks. I think we'll be able to insert a picture to show you what some of the sinks look like, for example.
they were
Yeah.
small. They were small. So there were some that were easily eliminated.
Yeah.
We went through some of those, but we saw some very nice places
Oh, we
too.
saw a lot of really nice places. Yeah. So with the especially tech, I think, but a lot of foreign companies coming in to Dublin over the years, they have, of course, built apartments that are just more modern to American standards, I'd say. So, yeah, there were several that were very new and had all the bells and whistles of what we would be more used to.
So we had all but settled on a final place. It was going to be a very nice modern uh, place that was decorated impeccably. It had a couple of little idiosyncrasies that we didn't love about it, but we had pretty much decided what we were
Yeah,
going
it
to
was an
pick.
apartment. And one of the features we really liked about it was a large balcony um, that you could sort of access from almost all of the rooms, this long balcony, which it's funny because coming from Florida, we think, oh, we'll be outside on the balcony all the time. But our lovely new best friends, shout out to Angela and Ian, who live here, said, you really shouldn't put too much weight on the balcony because we don't spend time on balconies here. So just assume you're not going to use that very much. So that got us to rethink
Yeah,
that
a
a
little
bit.
bit. And it came down to really, we had pretty much decided, regardless of the balcony, that's where we were going to go.
Yeah, yeah.
The realtor had one more place for us to look at, and we almost said, "Don't bother,"
We were
because
kind of exhausted and we were pretty sure we made our decision. So this was the second day, by the way, the second full day, Tuesday. We sort of got to a point where we were ready to be done. But she said, "There's one more I would really like you to see." So we did.
so we did, and ultimately that is the one we decided on going with.
Yes.
So it's called a muse, and you Irish people will know what that is. For Americans, muse is spelled
MEWS.
MEWS,
Yeah.
and I'll let you explain kind of what it was.
Yeah, so this would have been a long time ago. We think maybe back in the days of the
16th,
1600s or
16th and
1700s or something.
17th centuries.
They'd have these big estate homes. Then behind the home, there'd be a garden. And then behind the garden, there'd be the stables. So the horses would live on the bottom of the stable, and then it would have kind of a structure above it where the folks who work with the horses and work in the yard and stuff might live. So it kind of a carriage house, you might say, in the US. That's what the structure, the original structure would be. Of course, it's been renovated, I think, probably many times. And it's now what we might call more like a townhouse, I'd say. It's, or a
Or
row home, kind
mm,
of like an up and down. There's multiple ones in a row, but yeah, your home is from the ground. It's 3 stories. Um, and it shares walls on either side with other homes.
so yeah, it's got a beautiful, beautiful living room, kitchen, beautiful backyard area, what we call a backyard in America. They call a garden here
Garden,
in
small
Ireland.
garden. Yep.
It's got a beautiful area there where we can sit when it is nice weather, and we know there is nice weather here because
Yeah.
we've been here before in September and it was gorgeous. But and it's got two levels, bedrooms on both of the two levels with full bathrooms, and I think it's going to fit us quite nicely.
Yeah, and the location was really also just the best in terms of being able to walk to work, which was one of my goals. Some of the other places were more of a 45-minute to an hour walk, and this one is more of a 20 to 30-minute walk, so a lot more doable. So that worked out as well.
There's also a neighborhood pub that's about 4 minutes away, so
Yeah.
we will be. It's a very walkable area, so we'll be walking to restaurants and pubs and getting groceries and those types of things. So
Yep.
we're
It's
pumped. We're looking
Yeah.
excited. We're very excited, and it's what, another 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks before we're back here for good. So
Yep.
exciting times.
More to come.
All right, take care, Slancha.
Sláinte.